Hey guys, Jeffries here, and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2. Now I am showing you our new city shuttle line, which is now called the M-Link shuttle. You might notice that most of our metro lines have now got M-Link in front of them, and that is because they are Metrolink. It's going to be the name of the brand for our metro trains. And pretty much all of the lines will fit into that bracket from now on. But like I said, this is the new shuttle line. I've rebuilt quite a lot of small sections of this line to accommodate how I want it to be now, so that it runs in and out of the hub a lot smoother, runs around the loop in the North Island a lot smoother, and also runs to that station that we just left a lot smoother. So I'll show you guys what I mean in a very short second. As again, it's the shuttle line, so it will run on the outside tracks and it will stop at every station. The express tracks will be taken up by the express clockwise and anti-clockwise, which I have not put in yet because I am debating where to put them. In all honesty, I haven't fully decided yet where they should go. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. It just means I'm very underprepared. But that's cool, because that's not what we're doing in today's episode. We are doing something completely different in today's episode, and hopefully you guys like what I've got planned for today's episode. And it's been recommended to me by a couple of people now. I suggested the idea of building a HubLink 2, to which lots of people responded saying, can we have an east to west metro line? The answer to that is no, but I'm going to come up with an east to west tram line on metro tracks, which hopefully you guys will like. There will be a HubLink 2 though that is going in, and that might be going in this. In fact, I think I will build that one first, and then everything else can be dictated by that. And HubLink 2 is going to run from the bottom right corner down here somewhere to the top left corner up at that new interchange point I built on the City West loop. And I'm really looking forward to building that. I have a fair idea of which interchanges it will be running through, give or take one or two. It will run very, very deep below ground so that it keeps out the way of everything else. A bit like something which I'm about to show you guys coming up again in a very short second. As you might have seen, the city shuttle line is very, very popular. The train runs nearly full for the entire journey, which I'm really pleased with actually. I'm glad that it's been taken so well, because I was worried that with the new route it wouldn't be as popular. But as you can see, 140 people on board now. That's now dropped to 103, but it's still above capacity, so that's absolutely fine. Left one or two people on the platform, not so good. But here comes the new section. So you can see at this point the train runs into the outside tracks. It does not stop at the station you can see up ahead, and you'll see why it's in the outside track right about now. There's a new diverging line which runs off underneath like this. It drops to 12 below ground level at this point, and that's because, as you can see approaching, there are two new platforms. The inner platform, the one to the left of where the train is now, I'm going to rebuild that as 2-track with a waypoint, and that'll be for when we put the express tracks in. It will all make sense once that's been done. But for now, the shuttle line, we leave the station again, built some new paths above ground so that the station shelters had somewhere to go. We now rise up, we join the track that leaves the lower level of the hub. We join the express track momentarily. Of course it narrows down to 2 tracks just up here. There we go, we join the main line again. Now where the tracks diverge off to the depot is straight ahead, however we go off to the right into this new loop. And this loop is quite big. See, there's one station here. Let me speed this up a little bit so it doesn't take too long. Here's the first station. We then zip round the corner like this. Here's the second station. And then we leave again, heading towards the third station. And you can see a rough idea of where these tracks go. The reason there's 2 tracks, it's not bi-directional, not at all. They're both one-way tracks. It's so that the City Express can use the inside track and the City Shuttle uses the outside track. It just means the City Express trains, okay, it's quite a long distance between the hub and the furthest point around this loop, but it just means that both trains can spin around at the same point. We don't have to constantly build new looping tracks going here, there and everywhere. It might be possible to make this a little bit shorter for the express line trains, but I'm not that fussed about it right now. They can run around the loop. It won't kill them. Right, so this train is still running pretty full. Again, I'm very, very pleased with how well this has been taken. I'm also pleased, I did it accidentally, but I'm glad it's worked. Just how many of these metro stations do interchange with other forms of transport. Like there's a metro station directly underneath the monorail. Here there's one with the bus. It's not a very big interchange, this one. There's lots of passengers getting on, not many getting off. The next station, I think, does it interchange with the tram, or have I made that up? Yes, it does. It interchanges with the tram and the bus. And this is the last one before it joins up with the main line again. And as you can see, we're now full. So these trains nearly always run full into and out of the hub. And I like that. It's reinvigorating the hub. And as you saw there, the tracks that went to the lower level, we diverge from there once again. And we head underground, deep underground, under HubLink this time. And a huge passenger exchange once more. Lots of passengers off, lots of passengers on. Wasn't there something like 65, I think it said, passengers on the platform? We've actually lost 4 passengers in total, so that gives you an idea as to how many got off as well. Right, there's us joining the main line again. Running in the outside track. Directly behind another train. There we go. Now this station is actually a lot smoother now than it used to be. Admittedly, we haven't added in the City Express lines yet. That might cause a small problem, because there'll be 2 trains trying to get into one platform. But so far with, is it 6 lines? Yes, no, 5 lines going in and out of that station. It's managing very, very well. I'm really, really pleased. So hopefully when we add the extra 2 in, it will still run really, really smoothly. I hardly ever see trains queuing there. There's only one place where I see trains queuing, and that's at the end of this line. And that will become very clear once we get down there. Let me put this in ultra fast. We've seen what this looks like now, we know the gist. We do need bigger trains on this line though. I'm tempted to upgrade. Or maybe just run trains more frequently and hope that that doesn't mess up the system. It shouldn't do. But we have got a lot of passengers waiting at these stations right now. And it's not like we can run the City Express and hope that that alleviates it slightly, because they don't stop at the outside platforms. Right, we are getting very close to the end of the line now. There we are. First divergence. Unload, reload. Again, 150 passengers heading towards the final stop on the line. Now at this point the train enters the express line. And you're probably wondering why the train enters the express line, considering this is an all-stopper. And that is because how I've got the end of the line set up now. So there's the loop, which is still there. It is one of only 2 loops still in existence from the previous incarnation of the Metro. And the reason that that one's still there is because we run through this, what used to be a centre platform but is now a waypoint. We then go onto this loop. This is the second of the 2 loops that still remain. We diverge here as if we're heading towards the east of the city. We then diverge again onto the original loop. We spin around like this. I think I built this loop on camera so you guys will remember it. We come around like this. We connect up again with the main line and the depot exit road for the city shuttle, or the M-Link shuttle. I need to get used to its new name. So with 150 people on board still, we pull into the station. We unload. Now I was wondering if the train would do 2 loops. So far they only seem to be doing 1. I think that's because of the timetable, the way it's set up. But that's still fine. The train now runs empty back to the depot via this loop, which is why I'm happy with that loop like it is, because a train will always run around it empty, whereas before a train used to run around it with passengers on board. Now I am going to take a look at this timetable and see if I can up it slightly. So I think we could have a train running every half an hour. It means more trains, which could potentially clog up the system a little bit, but we can explore and experiment and see what works. I just need to make sure I have enough. Max vehicles needed 21. We currently have 13. So we need to buy 8 more. Capital S. Let's buy 10 more, so we've always got 2 more than we need. And hope that they don't queue. Although actually if they do queue, it's not a big deal, because they can queue back as far as this waypoint, really. Yeah, that's fine then. So there is a bit of a queue. But it might mean trains start looping around, which means we'll have more trains out on the circuit, more passengers moving. And as you saw from profit loss, this line is making us a ton of money. An absolute ton of money. And it's also bringing new people to City South. This bus stop here, for example, City South to North, is incredibly popular. Which way does City South to North run? It goes that way. And then, is that one there? Yeah, so it goes over here and then onto this. Okay, so I think City South to North, the buses could be upgraded. Let's do that. So these are all South to North buses, are they? Yes, they are. Wowzers. It's the only... Cool. So we'll need how many? 40. 40 large buses. So let's sell these crappy small ones. That way one bus can pick up more passengers, which will do us a huge favour. So let's go for... Yeah, let's go for the Roadmasters. They're expensive to run, but they've got really good service quality and really good capacity. And you saw we used them on the Maya line as well, and they're successful there. So we might as well use them on the South to North line. There we are. Okay guys, it is time that we actually did some construction. And we're going to start building HubLink 2, which I feel, for maximum benefit, should originate somewhere in this part of the city. I would have done it down here, but this hub really isn't very popular, and neither's this one. I also could have done it down here, but again, I just don't think it's that popular. I don't think there's a huge demand for workers in this city, or at least not factory workers. Maybe we live in an automated city, I don't know. What I do know though is, up in this area, it's slightly more popular. And it gives us a really good opportunity to run a line sort of in this direction, up via this metro hub, because I remember complaining before that there wasn't a suitable link there. Alternatively, I could build a line from... No, I don't want to take the popularity away from these two metro lines. And I don't think the demand is high enough down here for that to be a thing. Maybe here then. Out this way. Up via Tram Square, which is here. And then via the metro. See, it's difficult to get a line snaking like that. Because I wanted to go via this point as well. And then over into the Rat House, because that's a really good connection there. And the terminus is right up in this far corner. And the depot's not going up in this corner because of the difficulty in building on this land. It's a bit sloped for my liking. So it basically has to go in a line down this way, curve round like this to the Rat House. We're avoiding this metro area as much as possible. We might even have a station here, under here. That'd be cool actually if we run it round like that, and then to the Rat House, and then to this boat area. As long as we don't take passengers away from the boat, thinking about it. I'm sure we'll be fine. And then via this metro hub here, and then maybe curve it round to here, and interchange with HubLink 1, and then carry on going south, cross the river, and terminate somewhere. See, I need to get the depot in now, and I need to get it right first time. I am thinking under here is probably a good place for it, though. It might inject much needed popularity to this part of the city. In fact, I could put a landmark here. I must be able to get a landmark that fits in this gap. There you go, I could build Buckingham Palace. Slap it in. Just like that. I need to transport 800,000 passengers to unlock another landmark. Wow. 1,636 transported, that's it. Okay. Well, there's Buckingham Palace. Nicely placed. So here will be the site of HubLink 2. The depot will be maybe on this don't like that hill. This monorail's getting rebuilt as well. It'll be changed. It'll go via this new hub. I've decided. So I need to find somewhere. Maybe over here? I don't want it too close to the edge because I think that's a little unrealistic. What about here? Is that flat land? That's fairly flat land. Let's have a look at this then. Pop it in. Just like that. We're going for a same style as the other metro link. We're going to have the loop terminus. So, where is it? All the way over here. So we're going to build it as far as that, and then on this side we're going to build another track from about here that heads off under the water and pops up again. Like that. And then it'll swing round like this. We'll build it underneath the freeway there. Now here's the tricky bit. I think we'll have to run it underneath like that. No. There we go. We can thread it through the eye of a needle. How's that? HubLink 2, ladies and gentlemen. Just like Crossrail, we're threading it through the eyes of needles. Right, now here's the fun bit. So we have to confirm that section. Now we have to build this bit. Where's the rat house? There it is. Like that. Now I want another interchange, but I don't think there is a decent one. I'm not going via the original HubLink now. At this point it curves up. And oh, hang on, I said it was going via here, didn't I? Like so. And then like this. To there, and then finally, as far as this, and then we'll have to work on the loop at this end. In fact, let's do this end first, and then we'll do the other end. No, that looks horrendous. Try again. Take two. This is not going to be easy to build. I hate building these loops, but they are the most practical way of doing it. So I think there. No. There. There. And then there and there. And then like that and like that. It's one end sort of done. Yeah, it'll do. And then we have to do the loop at the other end, which is all the way back over here. I've lost the track. Where's the track? It runs straight ahead here. 1, 2, 3. So there. And to there. No. Like this. And then that one goes to there. And that's not big enough. It needs to loop round a lot more. So it's a sharp curve, but we need it. One, two, three, to there, and then that swings all the way around and connects up like that. Now we need to do these bits. So from here, we'll build it to that, and then to that. That's the return. And then here, it goes like this. And like that. And this is the origin station for HubLink 2. It's actually quite a way away from the hub. We might need to rebuild the hub. But there it is. But I could potentially make it a little bit better by moving it to there. That platform, no, nowhere near long enough. We need the longest platform we can get. That's also nowhere near long enough. Screw it, that'll have to do. Right, there's going to be a lot less stations on HubLink 2. I think the next interchange will be over here. At this point. So we'll have one platform there, and we'll have the other platform there. So there's quite a distance between those two as well. They're not right next to each other. But it just keeps them... In fact, I could perhaps move that one to there. Where's that put the shelter? I didn't see where it went. I might be able to put them next to each other actually. If I put that one there. There we are. This is going to be a really busy junction. And another really, really busy one is going to be all the way over here. Right now, I can barely see the tracks. Now these ones I think will be... Can I put one there? No. Putting the platforms on top like that would have been pretty cool. But I don't think that's going to be possible now. So we'll put this one on this side. And we'll put this one on this side. Just like that. And now there's a fairly short distance over to here. We'll have one there, and we'll have one there. Now we come under to the rat house, where we'll have one there. No. No, 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 no. That one there. That one there. Can I move this shelter closer? I put it there. No, I want it on the road. I want it on the bus lane road. Maybe I'll have to build it underneath for that. Like that. There we go. Hopefully again, another popular busy station. Now we have two more. We have this one all the way over here. One there. One not quite there. That looks horrendous. That looks terrible. I think I'll move this one a little bit. To there. Slightly better. Still not perfect. And then all the way over here, we have the final one, which I suppose for argument's sake should go right on the cusp of the bend. There. Now how big's that platform? Is it long enough? Sort of. But I like stations on curves, so that'll do me. Now, is there any smaller stations I can put in? Because this is quite a gap between there and there, there and there. Where does this line run? There isn't really anywhere, is there? Maybe here. And have it interchange with the Persian line in both directions. But I'll use smaller platforms. So we'll have one running like that, and one running like that. This is our Pimlico of HubLink 2. And then we have this interchange here, we have this interchange here, and then we have this interchange here, and then there's quite a long distance again. So again, I think this area isn't really that well served, so I think another small set. It's HubLink 2. We'll have lots of Pimlicos. One there and one there. And then from there it goes over to here, so that's fine. So it goes there. Then I can move these over a street. Maybe put them on this one-way street here. That would be cool. So where is it? One there and one there. So now I can remove these two. And then from here to here, I'll put some on this little corner here. Now you might have noticed we don't run via the central hub, and that's deliberate. Every now and then you need a line that avoids the central hub, and this is that one. Right, now we need to do the line. So M-Link HubLink 2. We're going to timetable it the same as HubLink 1, including train size, is HubLink 1. That should be more than enough in terms of trains running. Like that. And then we need to mark it out. So we need one there. And here. Stop there. Stop there. There. Is it that one? Yep. And then over to this one. And this one. This is the beauty with metros on this game, is you can build these really long lines just like this and get away with it. You can just snake them through underneath the city. This one is built 5 below the city. I haven't even tried seeing how deep below ground you can go. But there's always room for another metro line as far as I'm concerned. Just have to make sure the demand is there for it first. Alright, so we've got one there. One there. One there. One here. And then finally back to there and then back to depot. Now we need to buy the trains. At this point I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to bring up HubLink 1. First of all I'm going to rename HubLink 1. M-Link HubLink. So we have 26 control cars. What type are they? I'm going to go for these ones, I think, because we normally go for the EcoBoost, but I think these ones, they're slightly bigger. These ones are a lot bigger. They're also a lot more expensive in the service. We'll try with these ones first. So let's buy 30, because I think we need more trains for this line. Max vehicles needed 15. Okay. Maybe we don't need 30. I think we could have gone for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. So now we've got 20 of these. Power cars we need a lot of. What are they, these ones? I'd say we'll get 60 of these power cars. In fact, maybe even more. Let's get 80. Just to make sure we definitely got enough, which means we need double that in terms of passenger cars. So we need 160. Wow. So that's 1. This is 2. 3. 4. 5. We'll start with that and see how we get on. There's 150 passenger cars we put in there. Now let's follow our first train on its loop when it emerges. In fact, before I do anything like that, I'm going to save my game very, very quickly. Now, I really do hope this reignites City South East. This is why I need names, because this is technically southeast. This area is south. City South is doing fine. It's this southeast corner that's not doing so well. City East is also doing well, so don't need to worry too much about that one either. There it is. 155. That means this train can carry 310 people. And look how small it is. That's quite a big train. Carries lots of passengers. Wow. I think these trains might be a little too big for this line. Might have to run less frequent trains or less vehicles per train, because that is a lot of passengers. Although we haven't seen it once it reaches South Island yet. We just know that there's no one waiting here. Alright, so first station, no one on board. But that's fine, I was half expecting that. So we'll now run off down this way. Under the water. Now we're starting to get passengers. Very first passenger to run on HubLink 2. I think we can run this in normal speed actually. Like I said, the gaps between the stations are so vast. Alright, so at this point we go up and over the old metro line, the South Loop, and then here we go down and under both HubLink and the old metro line. This is an important interchange. Very important interchange. There's a monorail, 2 monorail stations, and 8 metro stations. That's very, very busy, if you ask me. And we'll come around this corner, not this station, but the next one. It'll get even busier. Alright, I just realised how long this episode is going to be. I do apologise for that, guys. Mind you, you guys have said to me in the past that you like long episodes, so you know, not everybody does. You can always skip through. I wouldn't advise it, but you can always skip through to the good bits if you want to. I have no problems with that. Anyway, I'm just wasting time and digressing now. So here comes the big metro interchange, and there are people waiting to head back towards where we've just come from. Not so many people waiting to head this way though. I'm a little bit disappointed about that. I thought this would be really, really busy by now. But then of course this is still the first run. First run is always the worst run, because you either have too many people waiting or not enough people waiting. Once people get used to it and start pathfinding along it, it becomes a lot better. Cool, we nearly surfaced there. That runs very close to that pathway. Okay, here we go. 1 boat stop. Oh, I've moved the boats, by the way. I said I was going to do this. Now have the Rat House Triangle line, which is this stop here, this stop here, and this stop here, served by that depot. And then we have a second triangle, which is this one, and is it that one? Or is it that one? No, it can't be that one. Oh, sorry, this is the Rat House Triangle. This one, and this one. And then this one, and that one are a separate line. That's right, I remember now. Okay, the Rat House interchange is where we're starting to see people. 120 waiting to head in the opposite direction. I reckon there'll be about half that by the time we turn around and come back. This train's not even a fifth full right now. But I think it's exactly a fifth full. So it's not even a quarter full. There we go. Okay, next interchange. Again, not many people waiting to head north, but quite a few people waiting to head south. That's fine. These trains run in both directions, picking up passengers, but heading in both directions, so that's not a problem. Had a few passengers get off here, which is good to see. They're starting to use the metro to head to City West. We do have 2 HubLink lines serving this island now, so there's no reason for it not to be. Here's our little surfacing area. Comes out from underground for a little bit. Driver gets a brief view of daylight before you plunge back into the tunnel again. And here's the next interchange. How many people get off here, shall we see? Virtually everybody. We've only got 5 passengers left on board, heading to City West Loop. So they're either getting on the trolley, the bus, or the metro. The City Loop Metro. Which I think will keep its name. I don't think that will want to change to Metro Link, because it doesn't... I mean, it links up a lot, but it's not really a metro, because it runs above ground. Not metro in the... I don't know, actually. Metro can be above ground as well as below. I think I'm just speaking a lot of waffle, to be honest. Anyway, this is what we're running under now. This train seems to have lost a fair bit of its speed. Oh god, I didn't see that undulation when I built the track. Oh, that looks hideous. I might rebuild that. Have it come out from underground again. Hey, 24 people waiting here. None of them are very happy, but 24 people. As long as we're not losing passengers on the tram and the bus, I'm happy with that. They're all hopping on board. I think we're going to leave... 3 people got left behind. Whoops. Hopefully they'll get picked up by the next train. Alright, let's see how bad this undulation is. Nose dives down. And you probably catch the undercarriage as you scrape along the bottom there. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I might leave it. Right, let's fast forward again a little bit. This area is going to be developed a bit more. A few more streets are needed. I just wanted to get the metros in, so I built those rough streets. But it definitely will be developed a bit more. God, there's a big train. 235 people we could fit on those trains. I imagine they'll be virtually empty the entire way along the first leg of the line. They might be a bit more busy on the second leg. Again, we're approaching not this stop, but the next one is the Rat House. Be interesting to see how many people get on board. We've got 52 people waiting here, mine. That's quite busy. Yeah, there's more people using the bus now as well, Persian line, because they can interchange with the metro here. It is just a quiet suburban street, and then we came along and plonked a metro station in the middle of it. So apologies for that, all those people who live in those lovely houses. City West and City East are our two rich neighbourhoods. City West more so, I'd say. There's a lot more villas and there's a lot more sports cars being driven out of there. Aha, here we go. 150 odd people waiting here. Now we're making money. 232 passengers on board. Almost a completely full train. Fantastic. I imagine more people will be using the tram as well, to go north and south from there. It's exactly what it's designed for. I was originally worried about building metro HubLink on both sides of the water here, because it would take passengers away from the boats. But I forgot that it's two different boats that now serve these two stops. The Rat House Triangle does not go to this stop anymore. So actually, it's not a bad thing to do. It's actually quite a clever thing to do. And we've now got 275 passengers on board. So I'll say it was a very, very clever thing to do. There's another... That one's got 90 on, actually, the one that's just heading in the opposite direction, so that's not half bad. There's the tram, the empty tram, the maroon and strawberry lines, which I should probably do something with at some point, but I don't know what right now. I don't want to get rid of them, because I want a tram line running through the hub still. I just need to find a way to make them more popular. Right, we've dropped to 122 passengers, which means the other metros there are going to be swamped. Look at them all pouring out like ants from an anthill. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Right. Not many people waiting here, but then if you see what buildings are around here, that kind of makes sense. We don't lose that many passengers either. I think we've stayed at pretty much the same as we were before we arrived here. That's not too bad. Right, speed things up again a little bit. Underneath that monorail station, now here's where it's going to start to get busy again. We've lost a lot of passengers here, but then we've gained a few as well. And I have a horrible feeling we're going to lose all these passengers at the next stop. All 81 of them. I just have this feeling they're all going to hop off. Is it the monorail that we have an interchange with coming up? If they do all ride along to the end, I will be very surprised. I will be very, very surprised indeed. Let's have a look, see. Yeah, look, there's a monorail station just there. Mind you, we've got some... Yeah, we've got 30 odd passengers waiting here. How many get off? Not that many, actually. I think only about 20 got off. That is surprising. I know we've built a landmark at the new terminus, but I didn't think this many people so soon would be venturing over there. I thought it would take a while for them to realise that there's something of interest for them to go to. But then what do I know, hey? So there we go, under the tram, the Alizarin South, I think that one is. Around the incredibly tight bend. Look how slow the train has to go for that. Now, is this train going to do 2 loops? I don't think it will. I think this distance is a little too far for it to go around twice. And then we have a lot of passengers. Is that 98, does that say? Yes. Wow. That's a lot more popular than I thought it would be. Yeah, this train isn't running again. Okay guys, so while this train's running back to depot, I am going to end the episode here. So thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed watching, and until next time, I will see you soon.